Welcome to another edition of Know Your Schools on WISD TV. My name is Dale Caffey. My special guest today is Alonzo McAdoo. Mr. McAdoo is the new principal at G.W. Carver Middle School, and he is a homegrown Wacoan and a homegrown principal. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Let's talk a little bit about your familiarity with Waco ISD.
Well, I grew up here majority of my life, all my life. Attended South Waco Elementary. Also attended Carver Middle School and graduated from University High School. So it's been a great experience here in Waco.
Great. After that, I know you were a good football player here at University High School. Talk about where your life has led you up until this point.
Well, when playing football here at University, it was a tough experience. You know, you had to meet all the two-a-day expectations, but we had good coaches here at Waco ISD that really pushed us to go above and beyond, and that pushed me and led me towards Kansas, a Division II school called Fort Hays State University. And my experiences there, I stayed there all 5 years and worked very hard through that program and learned a lot while I was there.
Now, you went there, played football, got your degree, but not in education, or your goal was not to be in education at that point. I think, when did life steer you toward education?
You know, I thought I wanted to be out of the classroom. And for some reason, when August came around and I finally got out of school and moved back to Texas, it was just in me. I still missed it. Missed the atmosphere. Volunteered a couple of high schools in the DFW area, and I said, this is just where I belong. So I went through a alternative certification program online while I worked in sales, and I knew it was just something I really wanted to do. It was just in me.
And when did you get your start in education?
It was in 2008 at University Middle.
Okay.
It was my first opportunity.
And you were doing what for them?
I taught 7th and 8th grade history for them and coached as well.
And coached?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Coaching was still, sports was still in your blood?
Yeah, it was still in my blood. Definitely enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed it.
Very good. And then from there, University Middle, you went to Cesar Chavez, I think.
Yes, sir. Went to Cesar Chavez, and it was a huge transition, but we picked up the pace real good over there. We really gelled with the coaching staff as we worked together, and everything turned out great. I really enjoyed the experience. And
you decided when to get into administration?
It was around the time my daughter was born in 2010. I saw the impact that an administrator can have on a campus. I knew in the coaching side, you know, you can only touch a certain amount of students, but in that administrative side, you can have a great impact on those students and really make some huge change, positive change on campuses, and that's what I wanted to do.
It just sounds to me like you see yourself as a role model also. I mean, you try to set yourself up at what can happen if you do the right things.
Yes, sir. I definitely believe that as a teacher or any type of role that you have on a campus, you are a role model for the youth that are on that campus. I mean, they see you every day. I mean, you have those people on TV that they may see and other forms of media, but as a teacher and especially as an administrator on that campus, you set the example or the expectation that can impact that child or that student daily. And so that's a huge responsibility that I feel I have to take on this year.
You bet. Well, we mentioned that Alonzo is going to be the new principal at Carver Middle School. Ed Love was there for only a year. Ed Love was called into action at Waco High now. Yes, so and he made some great strides at Carver. Carver was a little behind the 8 ball, and he made some moves that you have to continue to keep going. Are you nervous about your role as the new principal there?
Well, I wouldn't say nervous. I'm more anticipating the opportunity to just show what not only I can do, but my staff. I got a great administrative team, and I mean, Philip Perry, Donna Burgess, those guys have already established what is required to make those goals and leaps there. And filling the shoes of Mr. Love, that's with his experience and years, that's just being behind him is just a great opportunity. So I'm just going to try to do the best I can.
Yeah. Talked to Ed Love recently on Know Your Schools. He has 31 years, hard to believe, 31 years of experience in education. And did he sort of help you make the transition?
Yes, definitely. He's basically laid the whole layout of the blueprint of how to do things there. and I intend to try to keep his standards up and just follow the direction of what he's giving me.
Have you had a chance to meet with your staff?
Oh, definitely. We've been working all summer. I mean, this is the fastest summer I ever had, and it just went by so fast. But that day is approaching. We're trying our best to prepare for that first day of school.
Obviously, you have goals that you want to try to reach in the 2014-15 school year. What are those?
Well, first, I don't want to make the goals unreachable. I know it's my first year, and I don't want to say, hey, we're going to conquer the world this year. But what I do want to do is just be a listening ear for my staff, hear some of the things they have, and really follow those veteran teachers and listen to some of the ideas they have, and work together and build a camaraderie among our staff, and then really just be there for our students on that campus. And if we can do that and maintain it through the year and push ourselves academically, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
And we're talking about middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. But you're no stranger to middle school. I mean, that's basically where you've spent the majority, if not all, of your career.
Yes, sir. The majority of my time has been in the middle school area. And I know my first year teaching, when I went into that middle school classroom and I had 7th graders there, it's a different culture, you know. It's a different culture. And my experience at high school this year was a totally different pace. I mean, you can have different types of conversations with those are more mature minds, but at the middle school level, those young kids, they're just ready to go, and they're excited, and you got to have something planned for them, and that's what we're trying to do.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Anything that you'd like to tell the parents of Carver specifically as we close?
I just want to let them know that my door is always open. Feel free to call if you have any concerns. Call us up or come visit me, say hi, and we'll definitely try to do a lot of things where the campus will be open to the community. And I myself and many of my administrative teams, we're going to try to get out there this year and really be a presence in the community this year.
Very good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And congratulations on your first principalship.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Once again, this is Alonzo McAdoo, your new principal at G.W. Carver Middle School. And thank you for watching Know Your Schools on WISD TV.